Hey folks, this is Monte Taylor, and let's keep finding ways to make prospecting easy. Now, a year or so ago, I was interviewing one of our industry's very top network marketers, Todd Smith. And in addition to building a massive organization and earning, almost $25 million over the past couple of decades, he has a solid reputation as an educator, trainer, and best-selling author. And in the interview, I asked Todd how he handled this, is this a pyramid objection? And he said, Monte, honestly, it doesn't come up for me that often anymore because my belief is so strong, it's unshakable. Here's what he said, and I think this is worth taking a look at. Work on your personal belief first. People who don't really know the facts or don't believe in the industry wholeheartedly seem to attract more people who question its validity. Very interesting. So I'd like to add this. It's very important for everyone in our industry to realize your attitude and beliefs have a physiology that others can read, even strangers. But let's take a look at some of the facts for a moment. Total global sales for 2013. The NFL, $9.5 billion. Music industry, $15 billion. Video gaming, $76 billion. The movie industry, $88 billion. Natural foods, $90 billion. And network marketing globally, $178 billion. But you might say, well, okay, it's big, so what? It's still one of those pyramids. Is it? Consider your local bank for just a moment. You know what I'm talking about. It has a CEO and then a layer of senior vice presidents and then a layer of even more vice presidents and then manager, and teller. I don't know. Look like any other corporations you've seen? Actually, it looks like almost all of them. The military, universities, the government. Okay, so most companies have a pyramid structure. So what? MLM is all about recruiting. Okay, let's take a look at that for a moment. Let's take that elephant out for a walk. Football, basketball, baseball, soccer, universities, Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, businesses, churches, theater groups, orchestras, politicians, parents, dating sites, American Idol, movie producers. What do they have in common? Everybody sells and everybody recruits. How about that elephant? Okay, but only a few people at the top make any money. This one's fun. Let's take a serious look at this for a moment. How about look back at 2013? $178 billion in revenue, and the source is the directsellingassociation.org. And about $78 billion was paid out in bonuses by all those companies. That's about an average of 44% of sales. Some pay out a little more, some a little less, but the sweet spot's about 44%. $6.5 billion a month paid out to distributors, $1.5 billion a week, $213 million a day paid to the direct selling distributors. And by the way, 90% are part-time. Keep that in mind. So let's look at those numbers and break them down a little bit. So you might argue these numbers a little bit, but here are the estimates from top leaders. About 1,000 of those or more are making $1 million a year. So let's round that to $1 billion. And 5,000 plus or minus 400K on either side of that. That's another $2 billion. And 20,000 earning about 6 figures a year plus or minus $2 billion. That leaves $73 billion for the $100, $250, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $5,000 a month or more, paid out to millions of folks. And remember, they're part-time. And I don't know about you, that pays a lot of car payments and mortgages and electrical payments and groceries and other things for people that are working their business part-time. Does that look like a pyramid to you? $78 billion with $73 billion paid out to most of the folks, and the leadership earning a paltry $5 billion. You might say, well, okay, I'm with you. Pyramid structure doesn't matter, but there's a lot of people who don't succeed and are unhappy. And hey, just for perspective, here's the real numbers. 94% of people who get their real estate licenses never, ever sell a home or property, and they pay thousands to get into the business. And I'm not picking on real estate, but just a little perspective. Of course, there's many other industries that are similar, but let's look at some facts. If you think folks are unhappy, let's look at that. There's 15.9 million direct sellers in the U.S. In a recent survey, 74% of adults purchased from a direct seller. 76% have been with their company for 1+ years. 78% said direct selling meets or exceeds their expectations. And a whopping 82% report good, very good, or excellent experience with their direct selling company. Doesn't sound like a lot of unhappiness to me. I'm just saying. Here's the point, though. Get the facts so you can carry them in your physiology. Don't argue with people. Simply educate those who are open to taking a look at a fascinating industry. Let them decide for themselves. Be proud. Be bulletproof about our industry. It may not be easy, but it sure is worth it. And coming full circle, remember, your attitude and your beliefs have a physiology that others can read, even strangers. Maybe this will help a little bit. I have a book. Some of you have read it, and thank you so much for your great comments. And it's called Objections Handled, 101 Sample Scripts for Network Marketers. Learn to say the right thing to every prospect. This book has a chapter just on handling pyramid MLM objections. I think you'll love it if you haven't read it. Here's a couple of recent comments. Phenomenal tips. Great read. Must read. Gotta get it. An excellent guide and more. Please go read some of the comments. I'd love for you, if you haven't read it, for you to get your hands on it. Once again, folks, this is Monte Taylor, and let's keep finding ways to make prospecting easy.